Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Tales of Phantasia. Last time, we familiarized ourselves with our new buddy Arch in more ways than I would have liked, and we've acquired a ship in order to get to Alvanista, and now we're here. So, let's head on inside and see what Alvanista has in store for us. There's actually a few things here. Some of the things you can purchase here are actually really nice, but at the same time though, there are those items that are really expensive for no reason whatsoever. There is a way to cheese this and like get the items you want like sooner. I'll be explaining that in a little bit actually. But anyways, let's head into the farmer's market. What is it? Pharmacy? Grandmother told me that the unicorn lives in a white forest to the west of the Valhalla Plains. That's going to be important later. We are going to have to talk to that NPC at a later point. She is going to say the same exact thing, but as to what she said is going to be incredibly important to us later on in the game. It's quite a ways, but still. Anyway, just seeing what they have at their display in the stores. No, it doesn't seem like they have much. Oh, the charm bottle, the blue ribbon's not bad. Alright, circle it. The room bottle. Oh wait, no, I'm selling stuff. That's what I'm doing. For some reason, I got myself confused with their inventory and mine. Anyway, if we go down here, this is the Adventurers Guild. For one, you want to talk to this guy. Apparently he's intoxicated, had a lot of beer. But he is able to sell us a sword technique, which is going to be really useful to us. He's willing to sell for 6,000 gold. If you do need to rank up the money, you can just go right outside. There's the enemies do give a decent amount of gold. I say decent, but since 6,000 is a hefty price, so it might take you a while. Anyway, that gives us the Poseidon Storm. It's a combination of the Poseidon Bolt and the Blade Storm. As for what it does, we'll actually be seeing that at a later point. And getting some weird dialogue there. I don't know why you're having an affair. Especially when, like, the kingdom is in, like, peril because of Dios. I guess, and all you're worried about is sex? Come on, get your head out of your ass. But again, the NPCs, they do offer some stuff, and not too much, though. You generally want to come here for the shops. There is a mini game here, which we'll be getting into in a little bit. And then there's the mission itself as to what we came here for. The lady that was possessed on the ship mentioned that Dios supposedly has total control over the Prince of Alvanista of the royal family. So it's up to us to investigate as to how that could possibly have happened. The problem is, though, doing it during the daytime would probably not be the best idea. So what happens is that we're gonna have to somehow handle this sneaking at night, because guards are constantly roaming throughout the day. Anyways, saw what I could purchase over there. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot of interesting NPCs. That's probably the downside with this game. The world building is sort of lacking. Son went to Midgard. We're actually going to be going to Midgard a little bit later down the road, which again is where I start actually using those charm bottles. And this, I believe. Okay, this is our supply shop. Now this has some really good stuff. The White Mist, 30% faster. You'll be able to escape from battles. Holy Rune and Battle Runes are amazing. Battle Runes increase your attack strength by 10%. Holy Runes decrease your TP use by 5%. And the Silver Cape. I already forgot what it did. Well, what you really want is the mystical rune, but damn that price. The mystical rune basically cuts the amount of time you have to cast a spell in half. So that is essential for your 3 party members, because they technically all 3 of them cast spells. Concerning the fact the act of summoning a spirit is within itself a spell. I think I already have one equipped onto one of my characters. No, I don't think I do. Whatever, anyways. The Mystic Rune is one of the most effective items in the game. I'm not sure if you could use a rune bottle on it, and there's me getting the lavender after such a long time. That damn crab waiting. Stupid RNG in my RPGs. Now, if the 65, I think it's like 650,000, if that is a little discouraging, again, there is a way to rank up the cash. I think I'm actually going to be showing that off right now, actually. We got ourselves a little mini game over here. It's a race, actually. A special race to see who's the, fastest. I defend Sonic Riders more than most people, so take it with a grain of salt. I like the game for what it is. As for Zero Gravity and Free Riders, Zero Gravity is alright. It's just got a lot of annoyances, and Free Riders is a different beast altogether for all the wrong reasons. Anyway, with this race, this girl is actually going to explain our route as to where we gotta go. Now there are a total of 4 prizes that you can acquire from this. I'm actually going to be showing them on screen after I try and complete this race, in massive quotes, mind you, because this race is also a case of RNG. If not, it's just really freaking hard. And we have I think that's a church clock playing in the background. Hopefully the microphone won't pick that up. Oh, it's 6 o'clock, that's why. But anyways, as I was saying, this race is incredibly hard. She's showing us the route right now, which doesn't seem that hard to understand. It's just that the guy you're racing against is unnecessarily fast. Like, you have to be frame perfect for this, and I'm actually using a PlayStation 4 controller to play this game, and damn it, it is so goofy with how you're trying to like go from like going left to going down. It is really awkward at times. If you guys could do it that are watching this, then awesome, good kudos to you, but I can't do this for the life of me. Also, the song you're actually listening to right now, the Tales of series likes to do this a few times in their games. They like to make references to older Namco games. The game in question right now is actually Ridge Racer. I believe it's not on it's probably not on the Famicom. Or if it is, I don't remember it being on the Famicom. I didn't experience any of the classic Namco games as a child. All my classic games came from Sonic, Mario, and your occasional Donkey Kong. So yeah, the other game I'm most familiar with when it comes to the Tales of series, I actually reference Pac-Man. It's like a statue in one of the towns you visit. It's really cool. No pun intended, as the village is covered in snow. But yeah, I just can't get this race down for the life of me. It is so fucking difficult. Excuse my language there, but dang it, it is so frustrating. Again, you have to be frame perfect in order to beat this guy. But if you do, the 3 of the prizes are worth your time. As like right here actually, Cat's Eye, Beef, and 2 question mark weapons. The Cat's Eye is what you're going to want the most, because it sells for a lot of gold. The beef is pretty good considering how much value it has in terms of food. And random truck just drove by me. That was unnecessary. Again, I hope the mic doesn't pick that up. But the beef is really useful. It fills up 900 of your bag. As for the two weapons, one of them is an ice scimitar, which is actually really nice. The only downside is we actually got, I believe we got that weapon earlier. You just have to use a room bottle on it for it to become a scimitar. The other one is a longsword, which is the first weapon you acquire in the game, so I'm not sure why the hell they would offer that weapon to you at this point in time. Anyway, it's finally time to get into the castle, and their means of doing so, and this is where it gets interesting. Oh no, you don't mean... You can't be serious. Well, I can try to do you one at a time. Please don't translate that incorrectly. What they mean is, they need to sneak into the castle. They don't have a proper way of doing so, so Archer's gonna bring them all up with her broom. Granted, she's gonna have to carry them all up one at a time, but it's our best chance of getting into the castle and, in quotes, rescue the prince. You'll see what I mean when we do that. You do have the option, because Clarth will ask you if you're ready to do this invasion tonight. If you so feel you're not ready for this, you can say no and prepare for it. However, I suggest preparing for it before you go sleep at the inn. Otherwise, it's just going to sound really silly. Now, you want to watch out for the guards here, because if they catch you, you will be thrown out and you're going to have to restart again. Granted, this isn't that big of a deal, considering the fact there are only 2 guards. Where are we? It's too dark to see. Who dares disturb my sleep? I'm Alvanista's crown prince. How dare you enter my room? The prince's room? Assassins in my room! Wow, that didn't take very long. We're already caught. We're in for it now. The guards are coming! Yes, the guards are on their way. You're going to get it. There's no way out. There's something fishy about the prince. Like he's being controlled. Huh? Hey, look at that bird! Oh boy. And now the bird's like, oh shit. They found me out. And oh boy. Things are getting serious. I am Jamar. Remember that name when you were burning in hell. I didn't think you'd make it this far. But now I'll take matters into my own hands. Okay, now this boss fight, just like Demotel, is a real pain in the ass. The problem is, not only is he able to deal out a lot of damage, the Alices are really annoying. Think of the Alices as, slightly watered down Mayas. They don't deal that much damage, but they're incredibly fast and can deal a number of combos. Jameer, though, he's a different beast altogether. He's able to cast a few spells here and there. Tractor Beam is the one he likes to perform most. The other thing is, after you damage him a couple times, he will surround himself with a shield like he is right now. If you have any intentions of attacking him, you will take damage instead. And I think it's a decent amount of damage. He's also got this real melee attack where he sort of like charges at you head first, literally. And here comes the Tractor Beam. This is the spell he uses the most. Actually, thinking about it now, it might be the only spell he has. But again, your biggest issue is going to be the Alices, because as much as you want to be able to take out Jameer first, the problem is that the Alices are so fast that they'll constantly get in the way of your attack, so it's best you get rid of them as soon as you possibly can. And only attack Jameer when he does not have the shield up, because, once again, if you do so otherwise you will be taking the damage. This fight can get out of hand pretty darn fast, because the amount of damage Jameer is able to do with just the tractor beam is a little annoying. Plus Jameer's got a decent amount of health for this point in the game, so he's quite a bit of a tank. He's also got the shockwave ability that he just showed off, where he just shoots a projectile at you. It's not that threatening, considering the fact he doesn't really do it that often. Also, Lightning Blade doesn't do anything. Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt. I just went full Naruto. Anyways, as I was saying, Lightning Bolt is not going to do squat. I just demonstrated that because I literally forgot that Lightning Bolt didn't do anything. Your biggest advantage over Jameer is fire attacks from Arch. So constantly make sure you have that eruption going non-stop. As a matter of fact, I did do this, so I suggest to you all at home that are actually playing this game, make sure to turn off all of Arch's spells except for eruption. Alright, I think we're getting close to the end. It is hard to tell because all three of my members are dead, including myself. Well, I'm back on my feet now, but again, this boss fight is really obnoxious. I think this is like my third or fourth try. It took me about as much time as it did with Demetel. This boss is just really difficult to do. Now what's good is that you are able to attack Jameer with indirect attacks, such as, well, the eruption if he's got the shield up. Just don't attack him with the sword, with Kless, or any other melee attack from the characters, because otherwise they will take the damage. And Witness says Arch does just that, like an idiot. After I'm done going through my inventory, trying to survive. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just yelling at myself. I'm almost dead. I think I'm the only one that gains experience doing this fight, which really sucks. Like, it doesn't happen to me too terribly often in this game, but when it does, it's really annoying. Oh, alright, he only had one hit. He does give you a decent amount of gold and experience, so that's good to know. Also, we learned a new technique called Tiger Teeth, which is pretty awesome, and the Black Onyx. I love the Black Onyx. If I do, while this dialogue is happening. Actually, I'll do the dialogue. My head, I can't remember. Who are you? We were guards. No. Are you alright, your highness? I'm fine. No thanks to you. Seize them. Yes, my liege. You're under arrest for treason to the crown of Alvanista. What are we going to do? Don't worry, I'll think of something. My skin will get all pasty if I stay here. We can't make them listen to us. It looks like we tried to kill the crown prince. We're not staying here. This food is awful. Do you think the prince will remember what happened? I hope so. If he does, we're saved. Gods, take them to the throne room. The throne room? Yes, sir. My name is Runegloom. I'm the court wizard and advisor to the king. His Highness wants to ask you a few questions. See, I knew we'd be okay. I don't know. You seemed like you were freaking out. Why did you sneak into the castle? We came to save the prince. How ridiculous! What do I need to be safe from besides you? Son, don't speak until spoken to. Dio sent one of his underlings to control the prince. Does he want to drag us into the conflict as Midgar's ally? We want to challenge Dios, but we can't do it without magic. Well, I just wanted to make sure why you were here. I had to feel like you weren't really after my son's life. The fight against Dios could... Damn it. Was I really possessed by an agent of Dios? Yes, for this reason I think it's best Alvanista stays out of this war. It's almost as if what Dios wants for us is to get involved. Haven't you heard? Midgard is on the brink of war with Dios, and they want Alvanista to join them in the fight. Yes, we heard. I really prefer for Alvanista itself to remain neutral, but you have my full support in overthrowing Dios once you feel you've attained the power. Thank you, Your Highness. We found this on the body of the demon you killed. Please take it. It's an incantation. It's an incantation book. And this is for you, Sir Kless. This is Gungnir. This weapon was forged during the time of the gods and used by Odin himself. Unfortunately, it's lost much of its power since then. Please feel free to revisit our castle anytime. Thank you again, Your Highness, but we have one last request of you. May we have permission to enter the Moria Gallery? Moria? Why? I believe there is a ring in Moria that will allow me to contract with the spirit of the moon. I see. I will have the proper papers drawn up. You can pick up the documents from the guild in town a few days from now. Your Highness, I should get back to my research. I'm going back to my room. Well, that was a thing. And we received the Garnet Ring, Gungnir, and a Posku. Now, again, the weapon we got earlier is going to be very short-lived because this is the weapon we just acquired, the Aposku, or Apusku, however the hell you want to pronounce it. But it's a better weapon for Clarth, and the Gungnir is awesome. That is actually going to be one of your most powerful weapons for a while. I say a while because unfortunately we are going to lose it after a while. More on that later. And the other one is the Garnet Ring, which will allow us to forge a pact with another summon spirit. We got another mini game here real quick while I'm still here. Now here's how this works. There are 21 stones in the pot. Basically, if you're the you have to be the one to not have to take out the last stone. If you do, you lose. If you win, you get what is known as the mental ring, which I believe increases TP. I don't exactly remember. I probably show it off after I acquire it, but again, you want to make sure that he's the last one to grab the stone. Once he does, you get the mental ring. Interesting note, if you do try to challenge him again, I think he makes a fit about it. It's like, you're too smart for me or something, like, to that extent. So yeah, that's a problem. What was I talking? I forgot what I was talking about, before we engaged in a conversation. Oh yeah, the Black Onyx. The Black Onyx increases your HP by 30%. That is amazing for this point in the game. I think if you use a room bottle on it, you get the opposite version of it. I don't remember what the name is, but I believe it will increase your TP by 30%. But that's all the time we have for today, dudes and dudettes. We managed to rescue the prince. We did a little stone minigame. We got a couple new weapons. And we're now being told we're allowed to go in the Moria Gallery. But there are a few things we want to do. So next time on Tales of Phantasia, we're going to be figuring out what exactly we need to do. So until then, I gotta juice.